You think helping everyone makes you a good person. You think staying loyal, forgiving again and again, and carrying other people's problems proves your heart is pure. But what if that belief is slowly ruining your life? What if the very thing you call love is actually self-destruction in disguise? There is a hard truth about people that most of the world refuses to face because it feels cruel and uncomfortable. Long ago, a ruthless thinker, Machiavelli, warned leaders about it, and society has been trying to soften that warning ever since. The truth is simple, but terrifying. Some people cannot be saved, and some people do not want to be saved. They are not searching for help, growth, or peace. They are searching for someone to lean on, someone to drain, someone to carry them so they never have to stand on their own. When you step in to help them, they do not rise. They pull you down. They use your time, your energy, your money, and your kindness to keep themselves afloat while you slowly sink. You already know these people. They show up as friends who are always in trouble, partners who take everything and give nothing, or family members who create chaos and call it bad luck. You tell yourself that if you just try harder, love more, or sacrifice more, things will change. But there is a brutal lesson hidden behind all of this. Saving the wrong people does not make you noble, it makes you weak, and weakness attracts destruction. Today, you are going to learn why trying to save everyone is one of the fastest ways to lose yourself, and why walking away is sometimes the smartest and strongest move you can make. If you keep trying to rescue people who refuse to change, the cost will not be small, it will be everything. Your time will disappear first, then your energy, then your peace of mind. You will feel tired all the time without knowing why. Your plans will stall, your focus will fade, and your life will start shrinking around other people's problems. This happens because your energy is not unlimited. You only have so much strength, attention, and emotional space. Every time you pour it into someone who wastes it, you are stealing from your own future. Imagine your life like a small boat with limited supplies. If you let anyone climb aboard, including those who punch holes in the floor or start fires on deck, the boat does not become kinder, it sinks. And when it sinks, it does not just take down the troublemakers, it takes you down too. This is the part no one likes to say out loud. By constantly saving people from the results of their choices, you stop them from learning. You block the only lesson that could ever change them. You also teach them that you will always be there to clean up the mess, no matter how careless or selfish they become. That is not kindness. That is training someone to depend on you while you slowly burn out. If this continues long enough, you do not just lose time or money, you lose respect for yourself. And once that is gone, people sense it, and they take even more. This is why learning who not to save is not about being cold or cruel. It is about survival. It is about protecting your life before it is quietly consumed by people who give nothing back. Before we talk about the 6 types of people you must never try to save, you need to understand why you feel the urge to save them in the first place. Most people are taught from a young age that their value comes from being useful. You learn that saying yes makes you kind, and saying no makes you selfish. Over time, you start believing that being a good person means carrying other people's pain, even when it hurts you. So when someone is struggling, broken, or drowning in their own problems, you rush in. Not because they asked the right way, but because it makes you feel needed. This is the savior trap. It feels noble, but it is dangerous. When you step in too quickly, you take away responsibility from the other person. You stop them from facing the results of their actions. You tell them, without words, that they do not have to change because you will always be there to catch them. And while they stay the same, you get weaker. Your stress grows, your patience shrinks, and your life slowly becomes about managing someone else's chaos instead of building your own future. The truth is, letting someone struggle is sometimes the only way they learn to stand. When you save them too early, you do not heal them. You trap both of you in the same broken cycle. So now the real question is this: who are the people you must stop trying to save? Not everyone, just specific types who follow the same patterns again and again. These people may look different on the surface, but inside they operate the same way, and the damage they cause is always predictable. Once you learn to spot them, you will never see them the same way again. This is not about judging or hating anyone. It is about awareness. It is about knowing where your effort actually matters and where it is wasted. The moment you can clearly name these types, you stop feeling confused, guilty, and trapped. You stop blaming yourself for problems that were never yours to fix. Let's start with the first type, the one that hides in plain sight and often looks the most unlucky, but is actually the most dangerous to keep close. The first type is the chaos creator, the person who always seems surrounded by problems. Every time you talk to them, something has gone wrong. They lost a job, ruined a relationship, ran out of money, or got into another fight. At first, you feel sorry for them. You think they are just unlucky, so you step in. You give advice, lend support, maybe even money. For a short time, things calm down, and you feel like you helped. But soon, the storm comes back, stronger than before. The job fails, the money disappears, and somehow it is never their fault. The truth is, these people do not suffer from bad luck. They suffer from bad choices. They ignore warnings, act without thinking, and repeat the same mistakes again and again. But instead of learning, they blame the world. When you try to save someone like this, their chaos spreads into your life. Their stress becomes your stress. Their emergencies become your emergencies. You start fixing problems you did not create, while your own life gets pushed aside. These people are not looking for stability. Deep down, chaos gives them attention and excuses. If you keep protecting them from the results of their actions, they will never change. The smartest move is to step back and let them face the mess they keep creating, before their chaos destroys your peace too. The second type is the bottomless taker, the person who always needs help but is never truly grateful. The first time you help them, they thank you and act relieved. You feel appreciated, and it feels good to be there for them. The next time, they ask again, but with less hesitation. Soon, they stop asking and start expecting. If you delay or say no, their tone changes. They get cold, annoyed, or try to make you feel guilty. This is because they do not see your help as kindness. They see it as something you owe them. No matter how much you give, it is never enough, because the problem is not a lack of support, it is a sense of entitlement. When you help this type of person, you slowly create dependence. And dependence does not create love. It creates resentment. Deep down, they hate needing you, and that anger grows over time. They may smile to your face, but behind your back they complain or blame you for not doing more. If you stop helping, they punish you with silence, anger, or guilt. This is your warning sign. You cannot save someone who believes the world exists to serve them. The more you give, the more they take, until there is nothing left of you. The third type is the quiet sabotager, the person who smiles at you while slowly pulling you down. This is often someone close to you, a friend, co-worker, or even a partner. They do not attack you openly. Instead, they hide their envy behind concern. When something good happens in your life, they respond with doubt instead of joy. They say things like, "Are you sure that's a good idea?" Or, "I just don't want you to get hurt." It sounds caring, but it leaves you feeling unsure and small. What really hurts them is your growth. Your success reminds them of where they are stuck. Instead of improving themselves, they try to lower you. If you try to help them rise with you, they resist. They create drama at the worst times, give bad advice, or drain your confidence with constant worry. They do not want you to fail loudly. They want you to fail quietly so they can feel better about staying the same. You cannot fix envy with kindness. The safest move is to stop sharing your plans and wins with them. Keep your progress private. Protect your momentum. If you keep trying to save this person, they will not thank you. They will sabotage you, because your rise feels like their fall. Before we continue, pause for a moment. If this feels heavy, that is normal. Faces and names may be coming to mind right now, and with them, guilt. A voice in your head may be saying, "But they need me," or, "If I walk away, I'm a bad person." That voice is not wisdom. It is pride mixed with fear. It is the part of you that believes you are responsible for fixing others. You are not. You are one person with limited strength. If you keep tying yourself to people who drain you, you will break. Walking away does not mean you are cruel. It means you understand your limits. You cannot heal someone who refuses to heal themselves. And if you ignore this truth, you do not become a hero. You become exhausted, bitter, and empty. Take a breath, let the guilt pass, and understand this lesson clearly before we go deeper. The fourth type is the professional victim, and this one is the hardest to recognize because they look harmless. They do not attack you or demand loudly. They suffer in front of you. Everything in their life is pain, trauma, and unfairness. They always have a reason why they cannot change, cannot work, cannot grow, or cannot take responsibility. When you offer solutions, they reject them gently. They say they are too tired, too hurt, or too broken. At first, you feel compassion. You want to protect them, but over time, you realize something strange. They do not want things to get better. Their suffering gives them attention, sympathy, and excuses. Pain has become their identity. If they heal, they lose the story that keeps people close. When you try to save them, you carry their weight while they stay still. And the moment you pull away, they turn on you. They tell others you abandoned them. They paint you as cruel for finally choosing yourself. This is because your help was never about healing. It was about keeping their role alive. Saving this person does not make them stronger. It teaches them that weakness works. The only way this pattern ends is when you step back and let them face life without an audience. The fifth type is the arrogant fool, the person who refuses to learn. This is not someone who lacks knowledge. It is someone who believes they already know everything. You watch them make the same bad choices again and again. You see the trouble coming from far away, so you warn them. You explain. You give advice. You try to help them avoid pain. Instead of listening, they argue. They twist facts, change the subject, and attack your intentions. To them, being wrong feels worse than failing. They do not want truth. They want to feel superior. When you try to save someone like this, you become their enemy, because you represent reality. They drain you with endless debates that go nowhere and leave you frustrated and tired. And when their choices finally blow up, they learn nothing. They blame everyone else and move on to the next mistake. You cannot force wisdom into a closed mind. The smartest move is to stop correcting them and step away. Let life teach the lesson you never could. Protect your energy and save your advice for people who actually want to grow. The sixth and final type is the repeater, the person who hurts you, apologizes, and then does it again. They lie, betray, cheat, or cross your boundaries. And every time they promise it will be different, they cry, they swear they have changed, and they say all the right words. And because you want to believe in people, you give them another chance. But patterns do not lie. This person shows you who they are again and again. When you save them from the results of their actions, you are not helping them grow. You are teaching them that they can hurt you and still keep you. Each time you forgive without consequences, they respect you less, not more. Your kindness becomes permission, and slowly your self-respect fades while their behavior stays the same. Some people do not betray by accident. Betrayal is who they are. You cannot love this out of them. You cannot fix it with patience. The only way to protect yourself is to walk away completely, not halfway. Not with hope, fully. Because if you keep carrying a snake and hoping it will stop biting, eventually the poison reaches your heart. Now you can see the pattern clearly. These 6 types may look different, but they all drain the same things from you: your time, your energy, your peace, and your future. If you keep trying to save them, you will be called kind, loyal, and patient, right up until the moment you are burned out and broken. People may judge you when you step back. They may call you cold or selfish. Let them. What they call selfishness is often just self-protection. There is a difference between being cruel and being clear. When you stop trying to rescue everyone, you stop living in reaction mode. You stop carrying problems that are not yours, and something powerful happens. Your life gets quieter. Your mind gets sharper. You finally have space to grow. The goal is not to become heartless. The goal is to become selective. Save your strength for people who listen, who try, and who grow. Let the rest face their own choices. Walking away from the wrong people is not a weakness. It is the moment you choose yourself. There is a shift that happens when you stop trying to save everyone. You move from being the rescuer to being the one in control of your own life. A rescuer burns himself out trying to keep others warm. A strong person builds something steady and lets others decide if they want to come closer. You are not here to jump into every storm. You are here to stand firm. When you protect your time and energy, you begin to feel lighter. Your stress fades. Your focus returns. You make better choices because your mind is no longer crowded with other people's chaos. This does not mean you stop caring. It means you stop sacrificing yourself for people who would never do the same for you. The strongest position is not chasing or fixing. It is standing still, knowing your value, and letting your actions speak. Those who truly want to grow will move toward you. Those who want to stay broken will move away. And that is exactly how it should be. But there is one final challenge that comes after you cut these people out of your life. When the noise is gone and the chaos fades, you are left alone with your own thoughts. And that can be uncomfortable. You may realize that part of the reason you kept saving others was to avoid looking at yourself. Fixing someone else can feel easier than fixing your own fears, wounds, or mistakes. When the distractions disappear, the mirror appears. This is not a punishment, it is an opportunity. Growth always begins in silence. The people you were trying to save may have been reflections of parts of you that still need healing. This is where real strength is built, not in rescuing others, but in facing yourself honestly. That is a deeper journey, and it is not easy. But it is the only path that leads to real peace and lasting power. If this opened your eyes, understand that what you heard today is only the surface. Some truths cannot be shared openly because they make people uncomfortable and challenge the way society wants you to think. That kind of knowledge is always pushed into the shadows. Most people will click away, forget this message, and return to old habits. That is normal. But if you are still here, it means you are ready to see deeper. Make sure you are subscribed, because more lessons like this are coming. And if you want access to ideas that go further, the ones that cannot be said out loud, there is a place for that. Those who choose to step in will learn how to think clearly, protect their power, and move through the world with calm control. Most people will never take that step, and that is exactly why it works.